Well guys, I know it's been a long wait. This is the long awaited Brazos trip. I've never done one of these. It's a 20-mile paddle basically, not a float. It was a very low flow, so that altered everything about the trip. I've got some notes here I'm going to kind of look at and try to read from this distance. I may not be able to see them. But let me just tell you that if you're looking for porn, this isn't it. This is more of an informational video about fly fishing and fishing along a 20-mile stretch from the 16 bridge to Rochelle's. Now, at this video, you'll see it's less about fish and more about you know, the topography and what campsites look like and what the fishing is like slightly, and the takeout, which is very important because Rochelle's is your basically your base of operations. Now, I took so long to make this video because I was trying to figure out how to interlace everything. Finally, I decided to drop this in the front, and then the video will come right after this. And you know, some of the things I wanted to talk about, but there's just not enough time. The video is so long. You know, the Brazos River is a very important river in Texas, Texas history and lore, and also in the environmental movement for the United States of America. And that's because of a book by John Graves. And the book was called Goodbye to a River, a Narrative. And that was done in the 50s. And that's considered a seminal work in the annals of environmental awareness, really, as much as activism. It's a Rosetta Stone, a base for environmental activism, and a book that you need to own. If you're a fly fisher, you know, who is also interested and invested in the environment, or a fisherman, or a backpacker, or whatever, a paddler, this is a book that you might want to pick up. There's a link to that down in the description. And that leads me to talk more about the description. It's going to be really, really long with lots of information in it in this YouTube video. So go to that thing and read that. You know, I feel like putting it on my website makes you take an extra step. There's no extra steps involved here. Read the description. It's very long. I don't even know. It may be too long for actually the 5,000 words limit, but that's that. So, you know, as you watch this video, you're going to learn that this is part fishing, part backpacking, and part paddling. So these three ingredients, you know, and the camping thing goes in with backpacking. These ingredients are to a more or lesser degree dependent on the flow. Well, the flow we had was so low, 50 CFS, that paddling took over a lot more time than I would hoped it would, because you've got to get from point A to point B to set up your camp. And so that really had an effect on the overall experience, and you'll get that same idea if you do this trip. So this runs from 16 Bridge to Rochelle's Takeout. That's about 20 miles. And we broke it down into 3 days, 2 nights. And it was roughly 8 miles, 7 miles, and 5 miles. And that worked out really well. The last day was shorter, so you get out really early and get on your way and get home before dark. Made sense, perfect sense. And there's, at the end, if you just watch the whole video, at the end you'll see you know, information about Rochelle's, which is a place that I've never been to any of these places, never done any of this, but it's a friendly place, lots of staff on the weekend, not very much during the week. And I want to tell you, you want to go during the week for sure. Let me scroll down over here on my pad here and see what else I've got that I'm leaving out. You know, besides the water flow, you got to pay attention to the wind. It's a very crooked river. It's 11 miles by car to get from your put in to your takeout. It's 20 miles by river, so that gives you an idea of the twists and turns of the river. You might be going with the wind and then against the wind. It's really, really a challenge logistically. Okay, I think that's all I've got to say. Let's go to the video. If I find something else I need to say, well, I'll put it in there. But thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe. Read the information down in the description. There are no paid placements in here. This is all my gear and gear that I borrowed from my lovely wife, especially Big Agnes, which is top shelf stuff. I can't afford it. She's got it for her Continental Divide trips. But anyway, no paid placements here. How about that? You got to disclose these things now, so there you go. Thanks for watching. Straight to the video. The Brazos River, 20-mile trip, 16 bridge to Rochelle, 3 days.
Well, it's pretty rough, isn't it, Shannon?
Hard life. It's a hard life. That's a huge fish. Nice. Man, there's a bunch of those in here.
Oh yeah, I missed a few.
Closer to the middle of the flow.
Oh,
That might be. Ah, there he is.
there he is. What we got here? Tarpon. We got tarpon. Brazos tarpon. Whee! That's cool.
There must be hundreds right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So fingerling.
Yep. Beautiful, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Catch anything?
Caught one fish.
Yeah. What'd you catch?
Bass.
Yeah.
Small bass. 1 foot, probably.
Awesome, dude.
Not bad. Not too shitty.
There we go. End of day one, people. Got a nice campsite right here on the Brazos River. First day. How many miles did we go?
Like 20, maybe?
We went 20 miles today?
No, maybe like 8.
8. I think it was 8.
I was just being random.
Being a rando.
Yep. Total rando.
You alright, Shannon?
Yeah, man. I'm doing good. How you doing?
Right on, brother.
So is this like a typical site to camp at, or is this better than?
We actually, this is the first time I've used this was this year.
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in spring. I normally camp about a mile down that way, but it's all private now. So,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like, we've had some really primo
yeah,
campsites on this trip,
Back in the day.
yeah,
but
Yeah.
as it gets more and more privatized,
yeah.
it, you know, less and less camp. So we found ourselves, you know, camping on like the islands,
Uh-huh.
but they're all that
Gravel and rock.
gravel and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
flies and stuff flock to that.
Huh.
And so it just really wasn't that
So you guys ever get here and somebody's already here, and then you have to do
No.
something? Okay.
Most of the spots that we
I have about 10 campsites.
Oh, okay.
Camp at.
All
We
right.
could have camped where we right before we caught those fish out of that stream.
Yeah.
It was a great little campsite right
Yeah.
there. It just depends on how much more you want to paddle tomorrow, you know.
Right.
or the
right.
third day. Or,
Yeah. You have to space it out somehow.
You're gonna love the next site. It's on that
What
side
are
of the
you?
river. It's huge. There's a huge
And-
cliff on the
Oh,
other
yeah?
side of the deal, and a house, gigantic mansion up there.
Oh, really?
And it's
They get to
actually-
look down on us. Huh?
Yeah, it's actually a big sandbar, but not very many people camp there. There's some people that camp there that know it. But you're passed right by it because it's just this tiny opening.
Yeah.
And you walk up that opening and it spreads out
Mm-hmm.
to like grass.
Yeah, that's the thing about this one is it looks tiny, and then you come up here and there's all kinds of.
We had this one campsite that it was the best campsite.
Oh
ever.
yeah, the 10 mile, the cliff.
No, what is this? Why does it like me so much? The one down here where they put the teepee.
Yes.
So
15
I mean,
miles down.
it was a really nice campsite. And then one trip we stayed there, and the next trip we came, and there was a 20-foot tall teepee there, and no trespassing sign.
Yep.
Holy moly!
We were like,
Okay.
We camped there a couple times before they
Quite a
put
bit,
that
yeah.
TP out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
quite a few.
I know this river pretty well.
Been coming here long enough.
Yeah, we'll find plenty of campsites, and we've met plenty of landowners, and like they just clean up your stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
We
most
get
of
it.
them don't care as long as you pick it up. But
you
that's,
know.
Right.
this
Pack it
used to
out.
be such a, spring break destination,
Yeah.
Oh.
and they'll come down and camp for a night or whatever and leave half their crap.
Yep.
College
I mean,
kids.
you've seen it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
going down the
yeah.
river,
Yeah.
sleeping bags and stuff.
Yeah.
1,000
Yeah, baby.
chairs.
Yeah.
But this is not a destination for spring breakers anymore. I guess not as
I
much.
hope it's not.
Yeah.
It still
I don't
is.
see.
It
Not as
still
much.
is.
Yeah.
Not as much.
All right.
It's all dependent on the river flow.
Yeah. Which is not much.
Well, I'll tell you,
as a rule.
Yeah.
the
It's very not.
last couple of times we've tried to get down here in spring break, we've been flooded out.
Yep.
Yeah. Timing. Oh yeah, they kind of thump, don't they? They got this kind of.
Alright guys, here we are, day 2 on the Brazos River. Waking up, totally quiet, totally clear. No raccoons on this campsite. And we'll just see what happens. Day 2 is better than day 1 supposedly, we're gonna find out. And day 1 wasn't that bad, about a 6-mile paddle.
Uh-oh. 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 We got a traffic jam now. It's all right. I'm good. I'm steady. I guess you are. There you go. Come on now, don't stop now. Bada bing, baby. You're on camera.
Act tough.
Act tough, yeah. Give me the bad face.
Yeah, act tough. You're on camera.
You can't do it. Too nice.
Yep.
Too nice. You're just too nice.
Too nice.
There's no nice in fishing.
There's only winning.
Today we're on Brazos River. It's the second day. I would call this more of a paddling day than a fishing day. So the day's about over, and I guess we paddled about 10 miles today. Pretty tough, pretty tiring, but we fished first day, paddled second day, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in tomorrow. Alright guys, we're starting on day 3 here, and this is the last day, short day, about a 5-mile go, but we started off with wind and probably going to end with wind. So remember always when you go on a trip on the Brazos River, you can be killed if you're just throwing a fly rod. You want to carry some ultralight spinning gear too. It'll do the trick. I've got a super light 6.5 foot Boku, and I've got a little 2000 reel on here with some braid, and this thing works really good for these small fish, and you can even horse on some bigger fish if you're any good at it, which I'm not. So you can probably hear that wind whipping through here. I'm actually covering a lot of ground that way. Thanks for watching. Let's see if we can get some fish on this thing. Woo! Baby! That'll work. Not gonna believe this. Yeah, man. Spot. That's a spot. Yeah. This is a good spot, man. Look at that guy. Ooh. Beautiful fish, guys. God dang, that's beautiful. Good job. All right, guys, we're down to the last few strokes before Rochelle's. going under the bridge, and it's all over. Thanks for going along for the ride. Let's just wrap this baby up. Made it. Not bad for a 60-year-old, but not good enough. All right, guys, we're here at Rochelle's. We're all out. We got to sort through all this stuff. It was 3 days, 2 nights, and it's 3 o'clock on Saturday, and somebody hurt somebody back there. Probably going to the dam. But anyway, there'll be a lot of information in the description and on my website, texasflycaster.com. So make sure you go to the website and you can actually look that up on the website by doing a search. But Rochelle's is a friendly place with lots of staff on the weekends. And the only advice I got was if you park here overnight, which we parked here for 2 nights, is to secure everything. So that means take your roof rack mounts for your kayaks off and all that stuff, put them inside. But anyway, no big deal. Beautiful, low flow, 50 CFS the whole way. Made it kind of hard, a little bit of drag, but we caught a few fish, as you see. And thanks for watching. Hope this works out for you guys. Remember to check the description and the website for GPS coordinates and hotspots and things like that on Brazos River, 20-mile run. 20 miles. Got a long way to go. Alright guys, behind me sits the very, very famous one and only Rochelle's. And Rochelle's is not a place to be afraid of. And it's really nice people and they have everything you need. Plus they're going to be the only ones that can get you to where you need to go. So be sure you come to Rochelle's right here. That's the place. It's a great place. And remember, they're not responsible for accidents. Because there's going to be accidents. Alright, next chapter. And just in case you're wondering, Rochelle's does have rules, basically, and it does cost money. It is nothing good, it's free, right? There you go. So down there, right down there, is where you go. It has 2 levels to it. One level is parking, and then the other level is your gravel ramp down to the water. So this gives you an idea of what it looks like at Rochelle's on the weekend. That's when you don't want to come. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope it wasn't too long for you. If you checked the description, of course, you've got a ton more information there and some minute markers that will let you skip around. So, hate to put this great information off till the end, but if you've hung around this long, when you send it to somebody, you can always tell them they can skip all the fluff and get down to it by looking in the description. Thanks for watching. Be sure and visit www.texasflycaster.com for more information.